hard work at play right now. Is this what's going to be able to secure a spot for him? Or is this just going to be a bit of a distraction?
I think it is going to be a bit of a distraction today. So
that is,
let us see how long.
Moise Mugisha setting the pace right there. He's a two-time Rwanda national champion, and he placed 7th on the individual time trial earlier in the week. And this just goes to tell you how strong he is. Could he be in his element right about now? Does he have what it takes? Look at him looking behind, staying focused, gritting his teeth and doing the work, putting his head down and pushing hard. He is not at an advantage, but he is strong. He is a very, very strong contender. Should he have just stayed behind and allowed the rest of the guys to do the work? Is this attack too early, or is it right in the nick of time? What are we witnessing right now? What are we seeing? We're seeing probably is extending it, as we're able to see right now, as we're just able to have an eye impression of the kind of work that he is putting in right now.
Oh, and he's extending it.
He's extending it.
Do you think
that? This is impressive.
Do you think it's wise that he
waiting for all through? Is this what he's been playing at all through? But he's betraying a lot of pain on his face right now. A lot of pain on his face right now. That's Jans van Rensburg, the winner.
the Peloton. So yes, we can see some teamwork happening with Team Eritrea, and I think they are really showing up as some of the favorites for this race. So I am quite excited to see what they are going to be doing, and the gap has reduced to 12 seconds because the Peloton is doing some good teamwork, and you can tell, look at his face, he is either quite excited or he is feeling a lot of pain. We just can't tell with these reactions on his faces, but yes, it is quite an interesting experience to experience today.
No, it's absolutely fantastic to get to witness. It's absolutely encouraging, actually, to get to see this happening. In as much as, yes, the chasing bunch is closing in on him. We witnessed it from being a 15-second gap to now being an 11-second gap. He's looking over his shoulder, see that the bunch is there, trying to put his head down, do the work, try to do as much as he can so that he can secure that spot for him. But is it just a disruption? Is it just a disruption that he's trying to cause? But then again, is it successful? Because the rest of the team does not seem very phased or very moved. The gap is down to sub 10 seconds. That means they are catching up. and the road is just about to ascend even more properly. So are we going to see this very much being sustained, or is the effort going to be futile, and will he have to abandon his campaign at a certain time and just hide behind the comfort of the work that's going to have to be done by the rest of the chasers, as long as he is within that bunch, and try as much as possible to hold on? He is strong, that I can give you. He is strong,
and he is quite experienced as well.
He is very strong, very experienced. We've seen him race on local tracks as well. This is not his first time riding the Kenyan roads. But then again, could this be a decisive moment? And there we are. He's abandoning the campaign. He's abandoned the campaign. He's just set off a bit of a disruption, but he's shown them what he is capable of. It is not painful to get to see, because he knew that this was going to happen.
And I think for many of these cyclists, it is a strategy to just show off and stand out.
Look at the level of excitement
in Kwale County.
The community, all right there. That could be a future that they are not too far from achieving.
Oh, for sure.
Where they are. And that excitement, this is why we do what we do. This is why we have these spaces being as open and accessible to everyone in the community as we possibly can make them to be, because that could change a child's life completely and entirely, as we have seen it change for some of the children and some of the athletes who once were that child on the side of the road, cheering their lungs out for their favorite athletes. And maybe they don't even know who it is, but the excitement and the sheer work that is being done and the group that is being seen right there is a testament to the kind of encouragement that these communities get to see, get to experience. And we're so honored and so humbled to have this happen on our very own land in Kenya right now.
And I'm wondering, with Team SA sitting at the back, we're seeing Joshua Dyke and Shoot Rhino staying put at the back. Are we going to be seeing some action from Team SA today? They have been a bit more laid back than the women's team yesterday. So I am quite curious about what they're going to be doing. Now we are almost 7 kilometers to the finish. So this is quite the experience. And I think almost from now we can say that the second peloton may not be catching up to this lead peloton. So yes, and the favorites are all in this bunch. So we're going to see a lot of drama and a lot of action, especially towards the finish. And just like we had yesterday, I think we're going to be seeing a sprint finish, and maybe an even more exciting and dramatic sprint finish than we did yesterday, because yesterday from around 3
this be depleting Team Eritrea? I don't know. But at this point, I can safely say that it's going to all be laid in the hands of the best sprinters to take the title this day, this very beautiful, very hot day in Diani, Kwale County, Kenya.
you can see the beautiful teamwork that's happening with the Eritreans. it's just a very beautiful musical arrangement that's happening right now. They're moving to the back and the rest are moving to the front. And that is proper pro behavior. And I really, really love to see that happening, especially with East Africans, showing that the expertise is actually being passed down and the techniques are being passed down. So let us see what more that can be given to us from this amazing young team of male athletes today. It is quite exciting to also see that Team Algeria has not fallen off the bunch. They are still very strong and still very dominant. We are yet to see anything happen from Team Namibia, Team Morocco. We have not seen them come out.
Right there.
Yes. Team Tanzania as well has one person within this pack, and that is something that is very, very commendable to see. And you can tell there is a lot of commotion at the back from Team Algeria and Team South Africa. So, yeah, I think the pressure is getting worse, and it is increasing, you can tell, with almost just under 6 kilometers to go to finish. Yeah, so quite the challenge today.
So maybe one of the things that you need to note, we can probably take note of, is within the leading bunch, we have 3 very, very strong South African players. We have Dyke Joshua right there. We have Shooter Rhino right there. And we have Van Niekerk right there as well. And it could mean that maybe at some point we'll get to see them pull to the front. All of them. That's something that I'm definitely expecting to see and to witness. We have Brandon Downs is nowhere to be seen, surprisingly, in the leading bunch.
And I think it is a clear textbook repetition of what happened yesterday and with the women's South African team. So let us see who comes out.
كندي تريفو قالو تبلو زلهم يحوات حموشت نتبي 4 كيلومتر تريفو له درجة بمودهم يمحجي.
And still some good climbs for them to take up. And we are seeing a few athletes drop off every time they take up this climb. So yes, even with Team Eritrea, a good number of their teammates have actually dropped off. So these climbs are not very polite. They're not taking it easy on these athletes. We can see a good number of the Moroccans in the bunch. That is quite the statement. We also see a few, 3 Ethiopians in the group, a few Algerians. Actually, the East Africans have come out. We're seeing a bit of Team Rwanda as well in the front bunch. And there is Mauritius. So I think they still have a very strong team, and maybe today they just didn't have it in them to pull the peloton. So
happened that they fell behind? Where did they go wrong?
I think the hills are very brutal. Combined with this weather, these last hills are not some to joke with.
Exactly. But then again, you have to make sure that you have something in your fuel tank at this point in time, because this is where deciders are going to be done. This is where everything could change, either for the better or for the worse, depending on where you're going to find yourself positioned. But It's amazing. I am not surprised to see Henry right there and hiding at the back, see having some kind of discussion with an Ethiopian player right there, but saying, you know what, I'd rather stay right here. I'm going to stay right here because I did my work, I did my fair share, and I am not going out front again unless I absolutely have to. I am going to stay right here. And there we are, still Eritrea doing the bulk of the heavy lifting. The bulk of the heavy lifting being done. There we are, Henry Alexander Mayer from Mauritius. A very worthwhile contender to look out for. And there we are also seeing a few other South African players right there.
I think those hills were quite brutal. We see the bunch has reduced very significantly. So we are up to almost just 10 cyclists contending for the gold and the silver and the bronze, the top 3 spots. So yes, and we have quite a few countries that are going to be represented in those spots. So far Team Eritrea has really shed off some teammates. Team Ethiopia is still in representation. We have the Algerians still quite strong. There we have Merawi Kudus from Eritrea, who is 30 years old. And this may bring the question, does experience have a lot of leverage when it comes to these types of competition?
Definitely experience does play a very crucial role, because were it not for that, then you wouldn't be able to know when exactly to launch, when exactly to hold back, where exactly to position yourself, and all these very, very important endurance, because having taken such a hard hit at the very beginning of the race and still making sure that he's part of the team that's leading the entire pack, that is definitely something worth noting and worth showing that he is a force to reckon with.
Oh, and for sure, that shows that he is one to move despite the pain. He does feel the pain, but he still keeps moving and keeps pushing, knowing he is the only person representing his country at this point, trying to contend for the top position. So yeah, there they are. Team Eritrea is taking lead, followed by Team South Africa having representation, then Team Algeria, Mauritius, Ethiopia, and finally Team Rwanda.
And there it is. We have leading the bunch right now from Eritrea are Medane from Eritrea and Kudus, who are doing the bulk of the work. So I don't know, are they leaving something something behind for them to do the sprint with, or are they pouring everything out there and then? And there we are. There we get to see South Africa creeping up ever. And this could be anyone's race, anyone's title right about now.
I feel at this point, it's who can feel the pain and still go for it. Who can still push regardless of what pain and fatigue that they get to experience. And there we see an attack from Team Ethiopia. Are we going to see some responses? Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did.
Nobody's willing to be left behind, because at this point, you let go of the rear wheel, you are done. You are finished. Oh my goodness. Are we seeing South Africa being left behind? Are we seeing Ren van Rensburg being left behind? But we're seeing definitely Team Mauritius. Henry is very, very composed, very, very strong.
Yes, and
very, very composed,
now
staying absolutely calm. Oh my goodness, he has cracked. He has let go of the wheel. South Africa is gone, crushed, thwarted. Their dreams of winning the title at this point seem to be fading by the meter, by the second, by the minute. The one contender who stayed ahead with the leading pack seems to be falling behind. And so is Algeria's star. The very beginning of the race, and still making sure that he's part of the team that's leading the entire pack. That is definitely something worth noting and worth showing that he is a force to reckon with.
Oh, and for sure, that shows that he is one to move despite the pain. He does feel the pain, but he still keeps moving and keeps pushing, knowing he is the only person representing his country at this point, trying to contend for the top position. So, yeah, there they are. Team Eritrea is taking lead, followed by Team South Africa having representation, then Team Algeria, Mauritius, Ethiopia, and finally Team Rwanda.
And there it is. We have leading the bunch right now from Eritrea are Medane from Eritrea and Kudus, who are doing the bulk of the work. So I don't know, are they leaving something behind for them to do the sprint with, or are they pouring everything out there and then? And there we are. There we get to see South Africa creeping up ever so slowly. That's Ren van Rensburg creeping up on the Eritrean contenders right there. Samuel very, very close behind. Very, very close behind. Red Eye very, very close behind. Right there. This is a very, very strong bunch that we're getting to witness, and who knows what this is going to turn out to be at the very end, because we are just about getting to under the 1 kilometer mark, and this could be anyone's race, anyone's title right about now.
I feel at this point it's who can feel the pain and still go for it, who can still push regardless of what pain and fatigue that they get to experience. And there we see an attack from Team Ethiopia. Are we going to see some responses? Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did.
Nobody is willing to be left behind, because at this point, you let go of the rear wheel, you are done. You are finished. Oh my goodness. Are we seeing South Africa being left behind? Are we seeing Ren van Rensburg being left behind? But we're seeing definitely Team Mauritius. Henry is very, very composed, very, very strong.
Yes, and
very, very composed,
now
staying absolutely calm. Oh my goodness, he has cracked. He has let go of the wheel. South Africa is gone, crushed, thwarted. Their dreams of winning the title at this point seem to be fading by the meter, by the second, by the minute. The one contender who stayed ahead with the leading pack seems to be falling behind. And so is Algeria's star, Lagab Azadin, slowly. And oh my goodness, are we seeing Henry falling behind as well? What is happening? What are we witnessing right now? What are we seeing? What is unfolding before our very eyes right now? Is the ascent of this climb taking the best of, having the best of the athletes right now? Is Eritrea actually showing and stamping their authority that they are a force to reckon with at this point? It's splitting further and further. We are seeing Medane and Kudus staying up ahead. No, We are seeing Madane being left behind. This is Kudus up ahead. Oh my goodness, Kudus leading the Eritrean team,
with Nathan,
leading the breakaway,
and they are going for it.
This is the attack that we were waiting for. Could this be what we were waiting to see?
And they have decided to go for it.
Are we looking at an Eritrea 1-2? Are we looking at an Eastern African 1-2?
This is amazing.
This
is
the decider
amazing.
With a mere 200 meters to the finish line. Oh my, Algeria does not have a response.
And
Eritrea taking the lead. It has been decided from the very start. It has been decided. And it is not going to be a sprint, ladies and gentlemen. It is not going to be a sprint finish. P1, 2, and 3 have been decided. Oh my goodness. What are we witnessing right now? Brotherhood at its finest. Look at them holding hands. What an emotional moment for the Eastern African region. What an emotional moment for Eritrea. The title has been taken. The win has been made. The decision has been finally made. And authority has been stamped by Eritrea. They have dominated the breakaway. They have dominated the entire race from the very beginning, playing it very strategically from the very start, conserving their energy only to make a break for it at the last 300 meters to the finish line. The sprint that we so longed for is not going to be, unfortunately, but Kudus takes the win, grabs the title, and it is going to be celebration all the way. The strategy that was at play has borne fruit, has proven worthy, has proven that indeed they are contenders and they are here to stay. Oh my days, what a beautiful feature, what a beautiful sight. What an amazing, amazing day for the Eritrean nation. What an amazing day for this young man. What an amazing day and an amazing moment to be alive and to witness this happening. Oh my goodness.
I am very impressed. I think I saw this coming with the teamwork that they displayed from the very beginning when they started calling each other, and seeing Kudus take this, I think it kind of stamps the idea that experience sometimes